Identifying and fitting corrections into particular patterns in advance is extremely difficult. This is because corrective waves have more variations than impulsive waves. Often, a corrective pattern becomes apparent in retrospect, after the fact. But there is one guideline that is very helpful in anticipating corrective action, and that is the concept of alternation. The guideline of alternation states that if wave 2 is a simple, sharp correction, a zigzag, then wave 4 will be a simple sideways, flat, irregular, flat, or triangle, or a complex sideways correction with combined patterns, such as double or triple threes. Alternation also applies to the ABC legs themselves in corrective waves. For example, the B leg in a zigzag can be a zigzag itself, as in this diagram, or the B leg can be a flat or a triangle. The B leg in a zigzag can even be a double or a triple three. Alternation in corrective waves. We spoke about alternation between waves 2 and 4 in an impulsive 5-wave move up or down. Recall, if wave 2 is simple and sharp, then wave 4 will be complex and sideways. Alternation also applies to the ABC legs in corrective waves. Alternation can apply in any ABC sequence, and it can also apply in an ABCDE triangle situation. Let's take an example of an ABC corrective sequence in a wave 4. An ABC can be a 5-3-5 sequence like in example 1. A is a 5-wave sequence, B is 3 waves in an ABC flat, and C is a 5-wave sequence. In example 2, or row 2, A is a 5-wave sequence, B is a triangle, and C is a 5-wave sequence. Both patterns would look like an ABC zigzag pattern. Example 3 is a little bit more complex. A forms an ABC zigzag, so in itself it looks like the correction is done, right? ABC 5-3-5 correction, it looks done. One would expect at this point for wave 5 to follow. But what you see instead is another correction in the form of an ABC flat. That forms the B, followed by the 5-wave C leg. Example 4 is an ABC correction with a zigzag followed by a triangle followed by a wave C. Notice that most of the time the wave C is a 5-wave impulse wave known as the killer wave with the same characteristics as wave 3. Example 5 begins with a flat ABC pattern followed by a zigzag followed by a wave C. This would look like a complex sideways pattern rather than a zigzag. Example 6 is a double 3 combination. Wave A starts off with 5 waves. Wave B is a double 3 with a flat and a triangle, and wave C is 5 waves. Don't forget that within the triangle itself there can be alternation. Also, in the double 3 combination, the X-wave connector can also be a combination of flats, zigzags, and triangles. This is the summary slide. Notice from this slide that this list is not exhaustive. In other words, there are more patterns that can be substituted. Just keep an open mind that not all corrective sequences will be a simple ABC 3-wave sequence. For example, combined zigzag patterns are often found in the wave A position. Combined patterns with a triangle at the end are usually found in the wave B position. What do all of these combinations have in common? What are the 4 patterns that repeat themselves over and over again in these corrections? You would be correct if you said zigzags, flats, triangles, and combinations. Here is a summary slide for rules and guidelines of corrective waves. First we'll do the zigzag rules. A zigzag unfolds into 3 waves. Wave A subdivides into an impulse wave or a leading diagonal. Wave B subdivides into a zigzag, flat, triangle, or combination pattern. Wave C subdivides into an impulse wave or ending diagonal. Wave B never moves beyond the beginning of wave A. The internal structure is impulsive, corrective, impulsive. And now on to the flat rules. A flat unfolds into 3 waves. Wave A is never a triangle. Wave C subdivides into an impulse wave or an ending diagonal. Wave B always retraces at least 90% of wave A. And the internal structure is corrective, corrective, impulsive. And now a summary slide of the rules and guidelines of corrective waves. Triangle rules and combination rules. First, the triangle rules. A triangle always subdivides into 5 waves. At least 4 of the A, B, C, D, E waves unfold into a zigzag or zigzag combination. A line connecting the ends of waves B and D converges with the line connecting the ends of waves A and C. A triangle never has more than one complex subwave. The complex subwave is always a zigzag combination or a triangle. And now for the combination rules. Combinations are double or triple threes connected by a third wave X in the opposite direction, forming a WXY or a WXY-XZ pattern. A double or triple zigzag consists of 2 or 3 zigzags connected by the X wave. A double 3 flat correction consists of a zigzag flat, flat zigzag, flat flat, zigzag triangle, or flat triangle. Double and triple 3 corrections take the place of flats and triangles. This is the conclusion of the learning objects in this module.